Hitting record. Brandon Chalmers.
Jim in a fucking Gucci, y'all. Jim in a fucking Gucci.
It is the new year. We're just gonna go right into it. So if you would, in your favorite voice, introduce everyone to what they are about to assault their ear holes with.
Welcome, one and all, for this, unlike any other show on the internet, is the fucking Duocast, part of the Hard Knock Media Podcasting Network, where we tend to put the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable constantly. For I am one part of your co-hosting duties. My name is Brandon Chalmers. And with me today, much like every other day, both in my heart and in my balls, is Jamie fucking Noguchi.
Oh my God.
The man, the myth, the legend, the thunder from down under. And he and I are part of a great thing we call the Hard Knock Media Podcasting Network.
We did not get kicked off. We did not get
Hooray!
We did not get kicked off for saying our distaste for Joanne extends to everything. So, in fact, the only thing that Keith called, he did message me. But he messaged me about the Shang-Chi stuff. He was like, Wenwu only took his rings off for less than 10 years. He puts them back on once his wife dies. The reason he doesn't age when he's not wearing the rings is because he's Tony fucking Leung. And I think that is...
I'm good. I'm good.
That is the explanation.
I'm good.
So
no worries.
We did get contacted by the boss, but not to be kicked off the network. In fact, I checked the Hard Knock Media podcasting page that lists all of the podcasts. We used to be at the bottom, which is where we belong, but now we are above the fold, which is nuts.
Look, Jamie, I got a country mile of shoulder, so brushing them off takes some fucking effort.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I don't know what we did to deserve that.
I do.
That prestigious honor, but
consistency, constant posting. That's it. It's just a numbers game, baby. It's not a quality thing. I know that much.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I mean, we talk about the dumbest fucking.
Oh,
shit.
Boy, howdy do.
So we are in a new year.
Yep.
I thought it would be fun to take a look back at the shit show of 2021.
Why?
And then give our expectations for the new year. So
okay, all right, sure, why not?
It's like a what we call a post-mortem.
Usually that happens after something's fucking dead. And near as I can tell, this year ain't dead yet.
No, 2021 is dead. 2021 not we are dragging stuff with us from there.
Yeah, that means it ain't dead.
So I want to try to bring
like Jason Voorhees is dead, but not like dead.
Not dead.
Not like dead. So
yeah. So I want to see if I can navigate this in a way.
We've done such a great job of navigating everything else.
Yeah,
I don't think we're gonna have a problem at all.
Yeah. So I'll do some like entertainment stuff, and then we'll do personal stuff, and then we'll talk about like what we want, looking forward to in the new year.
Sure.
But before we get into all of that, do you do New Year's resolutions, Brandon?
Fuck no.
Okay.
No, for two reasons. One, I don't believe that the changing of the calendar actually changes a fucking thing other than the day.
Yes.
So as far as your ability to get anything accomplished, that shit's in you.
Yeah.
If you need the calendar as this, like, I'm going to do the thing, I'm going to get my shit together. Like, all right, cool. Like, you do you. I think it's bullshit. This is like, I treat New Year's in the same sense that like alcoholics treat St. Patrick's Day. It's fucking amateur hour. Like either you know what you're doing and you're just putting fucking green food coloring and shit for funsies, or right, or like you're ready to fucking make some mistakes and kiss a relative. Like either you're in it or you're not.
Kiss a relative.
Never party with family. It's a fucking rule.
I am with you. I'm on the same page. I believe that you don't need a new year to not accomplish things. You can not accomplish things year fucking round.
Thank you. Yes.
For instance, my goal last year was to finish this goddamn book. Did I finish it? No. Am I close to finishing it? I don't know. I'm still trying. And it hurts my soul that I haven't gotten farther on it, but I don't need the new year to disappoint me. I can disappoint me all year round. So that's why if you, like Brandon, if you feel the need to, if the new year is a good mark for you to say like, we're starting over, we're doing a thing.
Yeah, diet's gonna happen. See, Jamie, when I like to set goals, I like to do them in the dead of winter where my motivation is at its lowest.
Oh, yes.
The daylight is at its shortest, and my temper is easily falling off. Because, like, sober January, never heard of him. Like, I don't know who he is.
Yeah.
Like,
who her name?
Who dat? Right. Yeah. Like, honestly, like January fucking Jones is drinking in January. Like, don't even fucking play around with me.
Yeah.
Like that. No.
Yeah.
No. So that no. But that's kind of like, that's where things don't make any sense to me in the sense of like New Year's resolutions. Like if you want to set a reasonable one, like if you're a reader already and you're like, you know what? I'd like to further my education in the sense of picking up a bunch of books that I hadn't, set a goal of like 100 books a year or whatever it is. I have a coworker who did this, or more importantly, my wife has a coworker who did this. Apparently, according to my wife, they fell one book short, which honestly, like I told her, I would seriously be breaking out the Seuss books at 11:59, powering through and having someone. Right.
Box on.
Like, I would spike a golden book on fucking Instagram and be like, that's right. What now? And then immediately change my goal to 101 and do the same thing next year.
I would keep a stack of free comic book day books on the side as emergency. So like I can power through one of those like Sonic free comic book days and just hit that number.
Yeah, absolutely. Just a ton of fucking children's books. Like all of December is me doing research for a future child. It's just me fucking powering through children's books. Like, because there are a couple that have no words. It's just pictures. It's just fucking pictures. Like honestly, the only impressive part would be like if I actually if I powered through every Waldo book I could find, where it's just I like master cut of me just flip, stare there, flip there, flip there, and no one ever checks me. I just do it, close the book, huck it over my shoulder, thumbs up, and then we move on to the next video. Same fucking thing.
Yes.
I just power my way through it, but not like. New Year's resolutions always felt like the sort of thing that everyone who I knew who took them seriously were the last people who were ever actually going to finish a fucking thing. Now, there are some people who have genuinely done it, who I know, who have been like, you know what, fucking I'm doing it. And it's usually been a weight loss goal or a fitness goal or what have you. And it's usually something rather attainable. They want to do, an 8-minute mile or.
Oh, that you can do that. That's attainable. Yeah.
Right. It's super attainable. 20 pull-ups or something like that, where it's like you stretch yourself a bit, but it's not unreasonable if you go, this is my one goal. If you go, I'm going to do an 8-minute mile, I'm going to do 20 pull-ups, I'm going to lose 50 pounds, like, whoa, slow your roll.
Pick one. Pick one. Pick one.
If the other shit happens,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Don't set yourself up for failure. This is true of fucking anything.
Yeah.
It's so easy to set yourself up for failure.
Unless we're going to Iron Age, then all bets are off. That entire menu, just bring it out to us.
Oh no! Honestly, that's a goal. One of everything.
Yeah, one of everything. Next time we are getting one of everything.
One of everything.
Yeah, even the weird stuff that I don't like, we're eating it.
We're gonna power through it.
We're gonna eat it.
We're gonna power through it.
We're gonna do it.
Yep.
I do have I wouldn't term this as a resolution, more of like a goal. Like I set goals sometimes, and it'd be to climb a V5 by the end of this year. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if COVID shuts down the gyms again. Oh, it's just a difficulty.
No. Between a goal and a resolution.
I don't know actually.
I think it's just title in this context.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure dictionary definition, I think it's different, but
yeah,
in this context, I think we're just talking about title at that point.
I think so.
That's a super reasonable goal. You're already climbing, provided that COVID doesn't motherfuck everything and set you back months again.
Yeah.
Provided you can continue to go at a regular pace and you set a reasonable goal and you go, you know what? Fuck you, I'm doing this shit. And you start getting way more confident on V4s. And if you manage to confidently V4 and power through 1, maybe 2 V5s for the year, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Because then your goal can be motherfucking some V5s next year. Like just motherfucking them.
Yeah. We collectively, me, Dan, and Anya, we have a long-term goal of getting V6s. Dan is slightly closer because he can do a lot of V4s right now.
Right.
We have a collective goal, like someday.
V6s. I get you. At one point, I was like, I'm a V3. A V3.
Yeah.
Right. And like that might not seem all that impressive, but I am really defying gravity, physics, and God's will getting this frame up those fucking walls.
And the gap between 2 and 3
is fucking ridiculous.
It's huge. And like if for a non-climber it's just like, oh, that's just a number grade, but there's a whole lot of shit in between.
There are pinch grips and all sorts of things and like kids, don't do drugs, okay? Because you end up with shit like this and that's no good. Like I've shown it before and I'll show it again. Don't do drugs.
Yeah,
seriously.
V3, so up until then you can get away with like half-assing it. V3 is when you need to bring in some technique.
I have muscled my way through a V2 once or twice.
Yeah.
Once or twice. And I know that I lack the technique and skill and anything else you'd like to call it to really do anything serious, because I am literally just forcing myself up using mostly arm strength at that point, where it's like, no, I'm going to do the thing. I'm going to fucking kick its ass. Yeah. And which is a wrong way to handle climbing. It's a fucking finesse sport. Like it's not, you cannot do this the same way you play, like, I don't know, rugby or ping pong, full contact shit.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, Brandon, let's get into it.
Fuck yeah.
We're going to look back before we look forward. 2021, the theater experience was unusual at the beginning of the year,
but good.
It was interesting. So do you have a favorite movie of the year or a favorite movie experience or something that like movie wise that really spoke to you in the hell of last year?
Favorite movie experience is probably going to go along with favorite movie. So we're going to be talking the new Fast movie.
Yeah.
We did the private theater.
That was dope.
We had a bunch of friends there. We had a chance to kind of do the ridiculous commentary action. We turned all of the things that sucked about the pandemic upside down and turned it into a reasonably priced, funny enough, private movie experience with a big name movie in the allotted time in which it was pretty new in theaters.
Yeah. It was like the week of, or the
week of weekend showing, private screening, all for, I think it got under $15 a head.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you. That's ridiculously good.
It was a lot of fun. I think that's my movie highlight of the year as well, because like, I don't know, when we all got together to do that was towards the beginning of the year. It felt like, okay, things are kind of iffy, but we have hope that the rest of the year that we could do more of this.
Right.
So there was hope in the beginning.
Yeah, there was optimism loaded into that whole thing. We all kind of felt like we were cheating, but we're all like, wait a second. We're all vaccinated. This is a private fucking theater.
Yeah.
Like, air circulation is good. Things are good. We all got snacks. Everyone's socially distanced as far as the, like, if you only want to sit with your own household, you had room. We had the whole fucking theater to ourselves.
Yeah.
We got Dolby Surround. We got a giant fuck screen. We can totally enjoy this shit.
I don't know if theaters are still doing that, but like,
I think so.
I hope they continue, at least if they're not going to do it opening weekend, at least for movies that are that have been out for a couple of months. Cause that was cool. That was
week
dope.
2, week 1. Sure. Right. I get it. Don't do it. Week 2. Fuck on. Come on. Let me get in there. Cause frankly, like I said it before, if I can guarantee you 25 tickets worth of cost for a Sunday matinee, that's guaranteed money.
Yeah.
Like,
and snacks, because we buy in snacks.
Right. And everyone there bought snacks because no one felt ripped off. Or at least, sorry, most people there bought snacks. But like, I'd say out of the 25, 15 of them bought snacks at the concession stand. So you're getting the $250 for the main tickets, plus an additional, what are we talking? Let's say $200-300 on top of that.
Yeah.
$500 for 2.5 hours. That's a decent room, man. Like, I know it's not like, you know, when movies were the most popular in Star Wars films and everyone fucking came out and everything's packed. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
But for a business who had a real rough go of it, having that kind of guaranteed money there, that's pretty decent, man. Like, clubs be happy to have that kind of guarantee. Fuck.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm kind of miffed that nobody tried to organize a Spider-Man thing, but I get it. But I kind of wanted to see it.
We should have done it.
I kind of wanted to see it.
I didn't even think about it. Nobody said anything, and I was like, oh, okay, whatever. Like, I still haven't seen it.
I haven't either. Like, and you know, we're gonna end up at Dan's house, which is fine. But I did want to, like, I wanted to support it. I mean, they didn't need my money. It already made $1 billion. So whatever.
Let's go figure that out this weekend. Let's just, you and I, we just half it. We just go hard. Just you and me renting out a whole theater.
I'll sit on one end, you sit on the other end, and we'll just shout at each other the entire time.
Right. Just stare over at you. Yo, dude. Dope. That was dope as fuck. That's what I'm saying.
Oh my God. I will do that. If I ever get fuck you money, and I will spring for IMAX bullshit.
Fuck you money, man. It ain't that expensive. Hang on. I'm a Fandango this shit right now. Hang on. Fandango. All right, keep going. Anyway, yeah.
I agree. I think it was a nice highlight to share because we haven't been able to share much except virtually.
Right. Virtually, we got to share some things like, but yeah, like as far as movie going things, like I enjoyed, as you talked about going to dance, Shang-Chi. I enjoyed being able to do the like friend movie evening where, you know, we got all the food together, you know, we get a chance to hang out with Dan's son and we get to watch a movie and we all get to joke around. It's like, okay, cool. Like, because we were kind of planned for it, but at the same time, like it wasn't necessarily a plan.
Yeah.
And it was fucking great.
And convenient, and you could go to the bathroom when you want to.
And garlic bread, which is something no theater has, by the way, which, what the fuck?
They are leaving money on the table. The first theater that has garlic bread, I don't care if the seats are sticky, I'm going.
I have an idea about this, Jamie, right? We get a stereotypical Italian theater, right? Super over the fucking top, like Italian flags everywhere, giant fucking pig on the front of the sign just says movie on it. And we do like, instead of doing popcorn, you do cold pasta and cold pasta sauce. We call it Italian nachos. We do garlic bread. Yeah. You do like a sliced meat tray, a series of cheeses, maybe some
salami,
olives,
a Berto ham.
Yeah. A little bit of prosciutto, a little bit of gabagool. Come on, man. Like,
I have a friend in Italy. I'll have to ask her.
He's gonna fucking hate that, but this is Americanized. Like, I don't want to pretend we're gonna do anything that is actually Italian. I want stereotypical Italian.
But I wonder, I gotta ask her. Well, she's not going to the theaters now, but like,
right.
I wonder what concessions are like in other countries. Now I'm curious.
That is a good question.
All right, Brandon, we got movies. TV was big because no one was going anywhere and streaming was all over the place and everybody has their own streaming service. Were there any shows in 2021 that affected you in a way, in a positive way, or just fucked up your brain, or were like, this is really good, I have to see this?
I really enjoyed the shit out of Hawkeye. Just because I had really enjoyed Fractions Hawkeye. And I think that was all day. Right. I think that was one of the most true to comic adaptations while also kind of mixing things up, but made total sense. We were like, they did in the comic this way. And it was like, yeah, but this totally fits with what we're doing. Like, nothing really felt like too much of a stretch or out of place. And it allowed you to kind of get a bit more backstory. It forced my wife and I, we hadn't watched the Black Widow movie. We got most of the way through the show. We're like, fuck, we should probably watch this. And like double back on a Saturday and just decided to watch it. And it was real fucking good. Like, way better than anyone I knew had given it a review for. I was like, okay, cool. So by the time we got watching the end, we were like, well, now we understand why so-and-so has been such a fucking hard on about this. This is making a lot of fucking sense.
Yeah.
And so like, everything made a ton of fucking sense to me.
It's all connected.
Right. Well, we know that, but like sometimes you're able to kind of free pass your way through some of these movies. You're like, I'm not fucking going to see that. Like, yeah. I honestly, I didn't see Avengers 2 until Endgame came out.
Oh, the one with Ultron. Yeah, Age of Ultron. More like 15 minutes of Ultron.
Yeah,
it wasn't really an age.
But that was kind of the thing. It's like no one was like, you need to fucking see this. Everybody was like, it's all right.
It's there.
I'm like, okay, all right. Like, I'm not somebody to race to a movie, so it really does take that sort of thing to kind of get me going. Yeah. Let's see, what did I end up watching as far as TV goes? Like, this is the problem, is I'm really bad about TV. Well, in the sense of like what's new and relevant. I tend to go back and like knock some old shows out.
Yeah, I mean, that counts. In my mind, that counts. Any show that's like comfort food or just a show that you really enjoyed.
Yeah. The wife and I are now on the last episode of the third season of Mayans. So we went back and watched all of Sons of Anarchy, which she'd never seen. So we all got a chance to talk about how awful Kurt Sutter's writing is and how he solves problems by killing babies. Or kidnapping babies, killing wives and mothers. Really kind of anyone else. Let's see. New Letterkenny was real good. Let's see. What else? Oh my God. Aquaman, King of Atlantis. Have you seen any of this?
Is that on HBO?
It's on HBO. Max? It's a mini series. It's got like, I think 3, maybe 4 episodes. It's super fun. It's funny. It's well put together. It shows Aquaman in a totally new light, because it's basically like taking Momo as Aquaman and kind of dealing with some day-to-day shit where like nobody really cares about him. And nice. Like at one point he goes to like fuck off to go take care of something where he's like, I'll go handle this this is a job for the king of the sea, and then fucks off with Mara to go rescue some sort of outpost, and come and find out it's like some sort of time blip, and he's gone for like 4 years, and he comes back and Ocean Master is king again because he disappeared for so long, and he's like, what the hell, man? I beat you up. I won. And he's like, you left. I'm king now, baby. What's the problem? And all everyone did was just give him a hard time. So like he kicks Ocean Master's ass again. And all everyone does through the entire series, whether he's king at the time or not, just goes, Ocean Master would have done it better. And he's like, come on. Like, it is so much fun. It is this side of maybe not necessarily appropriate, but I think you would absolutely adore it.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah. So I think you would 100%. I'm looking to see like what the fuck was like came out. Let's see. We went back. We watched all of Young Justice, which if you haven't seen, they're doing new episodes now and they're super fucking good. And it's one of the few animated shows, especially in a mainstream comic genre, that deals with race, religion, gender, everything in a very upfront kind of way. They tackle simple things like, the hijab, and just a very simple of like,
guess who plays Halo?
Right.
Friend of the podcast, Zara Fuzzle plays Halo.
And she's great.
Of course she's great.
Right. I know. But
there's an episode where she plays 3 different characters. So there are scenes where she's just talking to herself.
That's awesome. I love that shit.
Like, Sarah, what was that like?
Yeah, right. Again, HBO Max, you should totally go get it, even for just like a few months, and catch up on it. Just a ton of shit. Like, really. The DC animated stuff on there alone is good, easily a weekend's worth of all day watches. And I think you would really love it.
She also plays Talia in that Batman movie.
Fuck yeah. Yes. Yes.
I want her to play Talia in a real Batman movie. Get her that money. Get it. Fucking cast her.
Goodness. Loki.
Yes, Loki happened in 2021. Loki was a lot of fun.
Loki was rad. Yeah, it was good for like superhero episodic television.
Yeah, it was a good year for the nerds.
Yeah, the nerds kind of won this year. I'm trying to see of what else is up here. Let's see. Was second season Mandalorian 2021, or am I still hungover from 2020?
Oh God, I don't even remember.
See, that's a problem.
I don't remember the timing of that because that might have been like late 19, early 2020. I know we've had to wait a while for Boba Tea, Book of Boba Tea.
Yeah, I know we had to wait a while for Book of Boba Tea. I know. That another one. What if?
Yeah.
I'm looking through like a list of things and I'm like, yep, and that's a superhero show, and that's a superhero show, and that's a superhero show. The only other thing that I can say consistently that like fucking rocked my world were monologues from Seth Meyers and Stephen Colbert. I highly recommend, if you haven't gone through and watched them, they're on YouTube. They're all free. They're all very fun. And especially if you want to do kind of a recap of like Colbert, I think did the best job in my personal world of dealing with everything, both during the pandemic, through the transition period, and then to the live audience, and kind of like this, okay, we're going to get through this together. And then does like everything from his house, and his house was okay. And then he moved into, I think, doing 30 Rock or some sort of private studio or something like that, where it was basically like a prop closet that they set up a desk in and a TV. And you basically watched him kind of deal with his own shit every night while also dealing with the rest of the world.
Yeah.
And when you got a guest, it was usually like his wife. And he is like, hey, so how you doing? And she's like, it's weird. You want some wine? And he's like, sure do. And then they start tearing into whatever is going on.
That's awesome.
And like, right. And he starts to really pull the curtain back a lot. And it's like, okay, this is super good. In the sense of Seth Meyers went totally the other direction. Ended up not having an audience for like the longest group. Went to like, I think his in-laws' place, got Will Forte to play a sea captain as a painting where he was like talking to inanimate objects through everything and got scatological as fuck. And I honestly think it was way more funny without the audience, but like he hasn't gone back to the regular show. No suit, no nothing. It's basically like he's hanging out in like a flannel and he's like, all right, welcome to Late Night with Seth Meyers. Let's fucking do this. And then it tears into something.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it's super fun. So if you haven't started watching it at all, I highly recommend it. They usually do at least four shows a week. They break it down. Closer Look is the one that you're looking for Seth Meyers. Usually Colbert is like a 10 to 12 minute monologue. Back when it was pandemic time, it was like 15 to 18 minutes of him just kind of dealing with some shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, they definitely, as far as my personal experience through pandemic and political and everything, that had been kind of I'm not in a bubble right now when I'm shouting something at my TV, because usually they're doing something similar, only they have a writing staff, so it's way funnier and way more cohesive. Yeah.
Man.
It's nice to have somebody else do punch up on your joke and that you can still laugh at.
It'd be so funny to have like a writing staff for like every day.
Right. Yeah.
Just plan out what you're going to say to people in the halls and shit.
Right. But I think honestly, half of our writing staff would just be, hey guys, so we talked to the network. How about if we turn this fuck into a and
and I would say, fuck off, you're fired.
Right. Yeah.
I'll pay you, but fuck you.
Show of hands, everybody who has a job. Don't raise your hand.
Yeah. You're gonna get a nice severance package, but also fuck you.
No, you're not.
How did we hire you in the first fucking place?
Right, yeah. Who fucking hired you?
How the hell did you get in the
firing
door?
That person too.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's been a lot of fun for me. The other thing that Seth Meyers did is he did a series called Day Drinking, where it's him and a celebrity hanging out in a bar, just getting fucked up. And it's everything from like Will Forte. I think he did it with his brother. I think he did with Lord, the singer.
Yeah.
Like a bunch of fucking random people, and really had a ton of fun with it. It was really well done. So
that's really awesome.
If you're willing to tolerate my ass, I promise you Seth Meyers is way funnier than I am.
Oh man.
What about you, man? What was your TV go-tos during the year?
So I snuck in Deep Space Nine. Like Audrey and I, after a day of everything, we'll sit down on the couch and watch stuff. One of the shows that's in our rotation, if we have nothing else to watch, like a movie or whatever, Deep Space Nine. I love Deep Space Nine. It's when Star Trek started getting episodic and way more political than it should be, because the whoever else was running Star Trek was paying attention to something else, and the Deep Space Nine crew are like, all right, let's do it this way.
Yeah, this is my favorite Star Trek, and it's the only one I've watched all the way through.
Yeah, it's
just the once.
Yeah,
so I understand everything, but it's been years. But like, anytime anyone's like, "Yo, DS9," I'm like, "Fuck yeah, my dude."
Yeah, it's unfortunately way too poignant. Some of the stuff with the Cardassians and the Bajorans and like the politics and like fake news and all this stuff, and I'm like,
yeah,
god damn, we have not learned a thing.
No.
Yeah, we've that's sort of like our comfort food. And it's so funny because like before Audrey met me, she was not at all interested in science fiction, and now we're into Star Trek, Discovery, we're doing Doctor Who, we're into like Deep Space Nine.
But in all fairness, you start off, you do what excuse me, what a lot of people do, where you come in with an extreme and then everything by comparison seems real fucking like training wheels and shit. We're like, yo, we're gonna watch fucking giant robots and monsters and fucking tokusatsu. And like, I got a ton of fucking toys. It's gonna be rad as fuck. And like, there's a whole backstory. So like, sit the fuck down. I'm going to tell you what's up with this old dude who's done with everybody's shit, who also happens to be a common rider. And kind of, right. And they're kind of do a weird, like 1970s Incredible Hulk vibe, but like, it's okay. Everything's going to be perfectly fine. And she's like, oh, okay. And then you show her like one or two of those, and she's like, this is a real thing. And then you're like, how about Star Trek? And she's like, how about Star Trek? Right?
Yeah. You start with the weird shit and you get them
Right.
on the normal
fucking hard. Right. Yeah. I did this with my wife with wrestling. The first thing I did when we were joking around about it, she's like, I think I might like watching wrestling. I was like, good talk.
Ooh.
And I showed her Undertaker throwing Mick Foley off the cage.
Yes.
And everything else by comparison seems fucking great.
Yes, it does. Yes,
Right.
Yes,
Because I'm like, hey, cool, check this out. She's like, oh my God, why would you watch that? And I was like, I noticed you didn't look away. And she's like, well, yeah, because I had to see it happen. It's like, yeah, I know. So like, I knew we had that little morbid thing going on, but then like the second I'm like, hey, come watch the New Day. They're doing dumb pancake things. Come watch the Rumble. They're doing super over the top stuff. Hey, all these women are fucking badass and they're all doing legitimate competition. Everything was really impressive. She was like, okay, that's a lot of fun. That's kind of a neat premise. And those ladies are badass. And I'm like, I know.
Yes, they are.
Like, there's a casual thing of like, hey, what's been going on in wrestling? And I'm like, fucking get ready because everyone lost their job. And she's like, right. So like, I got to weigh the good with the bad. And it's been a lot of bad as of late, but
yeah,
I'm hoping with the Rumble coming up, we'll be able to have a little fun.
When is Rumble? Is that in February?
January 29th.
January 29th.
Yeah.
I like me some Rumble.
Yeah.
The other TV thing, like everyone else, Squid Game fucked me up real bad.
I haven't watched it.
It's do you like commentary on late stage capitalism and sadness?
No.
Yeah. It got real and it was depressing.
I got enough
very much my shit.
I got enough fucking nihilist ass social media friends. I'm good.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I get it. That's fine. Okay. Like you're talking to, I'm the wrong guy for this audience. Like, and maybe I'm the right guy for the, like, let me show you 2 really great Christmas gifts. One, these rad ass Sony studio monitors, right? So this way I could play drums and I could not lose all of the Christmas. Dude, my playing got so much better with these in versus the Beats because the Beats just fucking hide everything.
Oh yeah.
I had no idea I was hitting notes that I thought I wasn't hitting. The other thing, hang on, wait for it. Check out my fucking slippers.
Ooh.
Check out my fucking slippers.
Ooh.
They're adult size. They make these in adult size. I'm not the guy to be watching fucking Squid Game. Yeah. I'm not.
It's yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I liked it, but I'm very much I am the target audience for that shit. So Netflix had my number. They're like, look at this. I was like, okay, I look at that. And I was like, oh,
right.
Wow.
and this falls under another show where it's like, I'm sure it's very good. It's not my jam. I'm good. But like, enjoy the fuck out of the thing. I get the pop culture references. I understand it. I'm not confused about any of it. Cool. Awesome. I can easily leave it over there. I've never watched Tiger King either. So like,
I never watched that shit. Ugh.
Right. But like, when you look at me, I script my fucking monster truck loving WWE watching ass has never seen fucking Tiger King. And that is a missed opportunity for Netflix. Like somebody should have fucking sent a sweeper team with some fucking hazmat suits and taped me to my couch.
Yeah.
Because I was unemployed, sitting at home, wasn't able to go anywhere, and still never watched Tiger King.
They fucked up the marketing on that. They should have had you.
Yeah, the second they were like Joe Exotic and this lady and murder and cats, and I was like, I'm good. I don't need to watch this fucking Jerry Springer episode in slow motion. Like,
Jerry.
well, because that's honestly what it felt like. It felt like a VH1 behind the music of a bad Springer episode. I was like,
yeah,
I'm good. Like, I weirdly would rather watch a like behind the music / where are they now with Creed. Let's get into what the fuck Scott Stapp's up to. Right. Yeah. Right. I'm more interested in how he's being taken higher and what is his sacrifice. Then, right. Yeah. What the fuck? Better question. Who the fuck is the bassist for Creed? Where the fuck is that guy been?
Yeah.
Why the fuck is it way into trains? And what the fuck is he spending his money on? And how the fuck did he get so rich? Because like, if you told me, hey, Creed never has to work again, I'd be like, duh. And if you told me like, hey, Creed's broke, I'd be like, fucking duh. You're like, there's no middle ground.
Yeah, it's one or the other. Yeah.
No middle ground. I have no idea. Like, I assume that the fucking like rhythm section of Creed, like the bassist and drummer of Creed are just fine.
Yeah.
Proper widened portfolios, backgrounds, solid investments, simple homes, solid family units. Everyone else is like, I gold plated a guitar. Then I got into a competition with a guy dressed like the devil. I fucking lost. My name's Mark Tremonti.
God.
I'm a really boring guitarist.
Yes, but
someone stare at my goatee.
Tremonti has so many fucking PRS. Like, I don't know what kind of music he plays, but he has like a PRS signature, another PRS signature, another PRS signature.
Great.
He gets to go on the tour. Like, I want to go on the tour. Actually, I want the guitar, but
right, because you want more PRS guitars, not because you actually want to sound like Mark Tremonti.
No, I don't want to sound like Mark Tremonti.
Right, and that's kind of the point. Is Mark Tremonti feels like the music equivalency of what's the fucking Green Ranger?
Tommy. He
feels like the fucking Guitar Center equivalency of the Green Ranger, where everybody knows him. Everybody who is into him is really fucking into him. There's a lot of Jesus overtones, and he's way more cut than he should be, but is also way smaller than he should be.
Yo, Tommy is tiny.
He is wee. Like, I genuinely, if I didn't think he could have actually gotten a roundhouse kickoff in that fucking elevator, I'd have gotten Froggy just to find out. Like, the definition of fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
Because like, I saw him eyeballing me, and all I could think is, if I bucket the Green Ranger, he's going to hit me and I'm going to get paid. And then the second thought is, he's working this con. You ain't getting paid that much.
He's in our elevator. He's not making money.
No. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. Right. That's what I'm saying. Right.
If we're on the same level as Tommy, we got a problem.
Right. Yeah. Like, I'm sharing an elevator with the Green, and more importantly, the Green Ranger is sharing an elevator with, hang on a second, 3/5 of Art Fight ownership at the time. All right. So we have a majority stake ownership of Super Art Fight in this elevator, and the Green Ranger is there. Actually, it might have been 4/5 at that point. I'm not really clear. I think Mikey may have been with us.
Yeah.
But most importantly, if I gotten Froggy, no one else would have known what to do except for you. And you'd have been in fucking traction laughing your ass off because I got Froggy with the Green Ranger, and my battle cry would be fuck around and find out.
Oh, I would have helped. I would have been in there. It would have been funny as shit.
Right.
I would have hit him in the knees.
Just fucking shoulder check, knee, 3 kicks to the ribs, fucking thing dings. I walk out of the thing. Morphin' time, bitch. And we never discuss it again. Never. Because like, that's the only problem with that story is I can't immediately hop on IG Live and be like, so I just waffle stomped the Green Ranger in the elevator.
Oh man, we have to go to Power Morphicon. Oh
no, we don't.
No,
we don't. We can go to And here's the great part about the Green Ranger. Any fucking convention we want, he's there.
Oh man.
He's there.
He was at San Diego. Yeah.
Yeah, it's shocking. Because he was at, what was it? That was an awesome con, right?
Yeah, that was an awesome con.
That we saw him? Yeah. Right.
Well, you mentioned Tremonti, Brandon Chalmers. Did you have any music things in 2021 that kind of like what was your Spotify look back, or like did you have any old music that really helped you get through shit? Like
so I don't use Spotify, so I'm a bad example of that. I checked out the new Mastodon album, which was really good.
Nice.
I did a lot of kind of tearing back into you know what, one that was really fucking good. So HBO had another documentary. They've been doing a series of music documentaries, and they did one on Atlantis Morissette.
Oh, and I heard about that one. I heard that she didn't like that.
Interesting.
I heard that like she was not pleased with the way they portrayed her story.
That would make a lot of sense because it basically dropped off after the drummer from Foo Fighters left, which was interesting. Like, because they basically kind of made it a bit of a story about that. And then once like the most interesting guy who they thought were marketable besides Atlantis was there, and the story just kind of stopped and wrapped up. But what it did do was provide a really great backdrop to that super big album. Was it Jagged Little Pill? Yeah, Jagged Little Pill.
That was huge.
And it essentially showed a lot of live footage, and it showed a lot of her background, and she talked about being exploited and sexually assaulted and, you know, kind of pushed down and ignored and everything that went along with it. And they had people from K-Rock talk about how, you know, you weren't allowed to play two female fronted songs back to back. And, you know,
Jesus Christ.
Right. And this is, you know, the 90s. So it's like it bled way too far in, especially on rock radio, among others, but like rock radio especially, and watching her kind of break all of those things. And it's really nice to, she even talks about, although briefly, her eating disorder and everything that goes along with it. And it was so nice to see her happy, healthy, singing, enjoying family, being able to reflect back on everything, tell a bunch of stories in a very honest way, talk about her openness of, you know, going to therapy and how that really helped her, and, you know, addressing a ton of shit. She talked about how the guys in the band used to basically have some of the team pick some of the women out of the front row before everything would get started, and they would do the meet and greets and everything else like that. And on the other side of the fucking arena, the guys were having, albeit consensual, but definitely predatory sex with a lot of younger women who were there to see Atlantis. And like Atlantis tore into them when she found out what happened. But it's like, they even talk about how predatory even the guys who were in Atlantis's band were.
Oof.
Not with necessarily her, but like just in general, and how even with the best of people, quote unquote, it just doesn't stop. And it gave this really kind of expose sort of response to everything, and in turn does a really beautiful job of highlighting that album and all of kind of Atlantis' career, but
that's cool.
That album especially, and presents it in a way that you're like, I'm going to listen to this kind of on repeat for like 5 to 7 days. And definitely got like a solid 3 in before I was like, hey, maybe I'll put something else on and put something else on for a little while, and definitely still listen to the album on the way home, where I was like, this is too fucking good not to listen to.
Yeah, it is. It is really good.
Yeah. So that's, I am of the age where new music is new music never seems to come out as a full album anymore, unless you're talking about something like rock or something like something of the sort. Though Anderson .Paak and Bruno Mars doing Silk Sonic might be the best shit, period.
Yeah, that is a jam, man.
Yeah, all of the songs on that fucking album are a goddamn jam. Like, if you haven't heard them, go and listen to them. They're fucking everywhere. They're super smooth. It encapsulates the greatest of the 1970s, and fucking just so good. So good. What about you, man? What were you tearing into?
A lot of BTS apparently. The song Butter, Dynamite. They did Megan Thee Stallion did a verse on Butter. Like they did another version of Butter, and her verse is fucking amazing. But apparently my Spotify look back had a lot of BTS on it.
Was it the Christmas edition of Butter where they did Butter exactly the same, only added a sleigh bell in it?
Yeah, no, but they have three. Well, they have a whole bunch of versions of Butter. So
I'm sure they do.
There's the first Butter, then there's the Megan Thee Stallion Butter, and then there's the Christmas Butter. I was like, I love it all. This is great. And then the Lindas hit it big this year. Yes. They did a performance for in a library, and they did this song called "Racist Sexist Boy," and it is a fucking stomper. I fucking love that performance. That kind of went around the internet and like got big. But they've got like, I think they got deals with Fender now. They've got a record album or a record label representing them. They got representation. They got everything. They got merch. So I got a poster and I got a tote bag around here somewhere.
Nice.
But they're fucking awesome.
That's very cool.
But yeah, so like and then every once in a while on Spotify, I'll just find a playlist and play some random shit. Like if I'm in the mood, it'll be like a bossa nova dinner, and we'll listen to bossa nova dinner music.
Hell yeah!
Or there's the reggaeton playlist, so I'll play that. There's a Bhangra playlist, so like I'll just look for stuff from other countries that I've never heard, and
nice.
I'll find a playlist and like today it's Russian punk music day, and we'll just listen to that shit for a while.
Nice.
So,
that's pretty cool.
But yeah, I like Spotify for that feature.
Oh, did you, because this feels weirdly up your alley and also not up your alley. Did you listen to any of the Foo Fighters Bee Gees album, the DGs?
No, I didn't know they did a thing.
So the Foo Fighters did a full album called Hail Satin, where they did nothing but Bee Gees covers. And they're fucking great and really well put together. And I think the album, let's see, they do a cover of You Should Be Dancing, Night Fever, Tragedy, Shadow Dancing, and More Than a Woman. And then the rest of the album are highlights from their most recent album. But those first five are fucking bangers, and you owe it to yourself to listen to Dave Grohl do an awesome falsetto and God. Also then turn the fucking volume up on it. And it is super good and super fun.
It's right there. I'm going to listen to that when we get off.
Yes, you totally should. I really do think you're going to enjoy the hell out of it.
Oh, the other cool thing that we discovered in 2021, some of our favorite rock stars are actually kind of decent monsters? People, like Kiss. I did not expect Kiss to be proponents of anything healthy because
no. Paul Stanley. No, hang on. They're a total fan of healthy things. They're clean living Jewish boys. All they want to do that's bad is fuck you. That's it.
Yeah.
Like all they want is to be made for, and honestly, they didn't leave the word in there because it doesn't flow quite as well, but yeah. They were made for your consensual loving like,
you. Yes,
yes. Right. Yeah. It's
consensual
like,
loving you.
Right. Like it's,
yeah. I never thought that they would be advocating for vaccines and getting boosters and all that stuff.
Right.
Like yeah. I never thought that Alice Cooper would be a pillar of his community, going to like soup kitchens and like
that
feeding people's Frankensteins. Like
that tracks for me because the Alice Cooper that I hold near and dear in my heart is the Alice Cooper from Wayne's World.
Yes.
Where they talk about the town, and I think it's like Milwaukee or whatever it is. And what did they say? It was Algonquin for something, and I can't fucking remember what it is.
Land.
Right, the Good Land. Thank you. Yeah. And like, I never bothered to check, but it always felt so wholesome and weirdly like respectful. Where it was just like,
come in.
Right, yeah, like we're not being disrespectful. We're not mocking any goddamn thing. It is strictly like, hey, these are real educated rock boys.
Yeah.
And yeah, they can have a good time. And they want you to be your Frankenstein, but also like, come on in. Everybody's having a great time here. We're going to chit chat. I assume reasonably, unless you were Keith Richards, no one is partying as hard as you think they are that far into their career.
And
Like,
they
can't.
Didn't you say that it was like Sammy Hagar was
Awful?
either
Awful.
was Sammy Hagar awful and David Lee
Awful.
Roth the one who was like not as
Yes.
awful?
Yeah. I never expected David Lee Roth to be the well-behaved one of the two.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I did the game Van Halen Van Hagar and I was like, helps a woman cross the street, and you'd be like, and you're like, supports vaccinations, be like, like, right. Doesn't do terrible covers so this way they can hawk a bunch of their shitty tequila. You'd be like,
Yeah, I never think of these artists as other than like crazy ass rock stars doing the wildest shit, and to hear that they are actually also kind of sensible.
Some of them. Yeah. Right. It is very much what feels like a 50-50 split, but the problem is there's no barometer on who's what. None.
Like Metallica, like but I wouldn't expect it from them. Like I don't.
I'm gonna remind you the best barometer I can give you. John Lennon penned and recorded Imagine while cheating on Yoko Ono and driving a gold Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
Never, ever forget that.
It's true. Jesus Christ. All right, Brandon. Personal highlights of 2021. Do you have things that stood out to the year that you're really happy that happened? I can think of one.
Yeah, I was gonna say I got married, which is
yeah.
I got married. That's rad. Let's see. Played drums a bunch, which is a lot of fun.
Yes.
New job, which is so much better for my mental health. I will remind everyone, I'm not going to get too deep into it, but kids, the market right now is the most aggressive it's been in some time for people who want to get a better job. You can make more money, you can demand more, you can pick better hours, you can have a shorter commute, you can do the things you want to do. Your skills are incredibly marketable right now, and it is beyond competitive right now. Go find a better job if you feel like you're stuck. If you feel like you might be stuck and you want someone to talk to, I am here. I don't care if we rarely ever talk or if we've ever talked. If you would just like a third-party opinion on your situation, hit me up. We'll hop on Zoom. We'll hop on a fucking FaceTime call or whatever it is. We'll talk. I got out of a bad spot. I have been fired. I have quit. I have found better positions. I put myself in bad spots. I have quit without other opportunities. I have drug bad shit out way longer than I should have because I thought it was safe, both in personal and professional life. I know what it's like to make a call based on what you're given. If you're looking for that advice, if you're looking just to have somebody push you, I may tell you stay where the fuck you are. Like, please understand, not everything is going to be like, get the fuck out of there. But if you want it and you're willing to make a bet on yourself, I can almost guarantee you can find a better job right now. Get after it. Use the next few months, especially. Any employer that is looking to hire someone right the fuck now is looking for a real long-term investment. This is not a Christmas boost. This is not a retail bubble. This is not, some sort of overinflated. No, this is the real deal. People who are hiring right now up and through, I'd say mid-March, these people are looking for year-round, solid, capable employees. Better your fucking life. Please, please, please. I want to see you do better. I want to see everyone do better. Sometimes that's just incremental, but fuck, man, if you can have $3 an hour more than what you were making yesterday, fuck, That's a car payment. If you think about it, in a month, you could absolutely upgrade your transportation, which can then get you the ability to get farther and go do more things and go see more friends and go do this or that. It can save up and get you a vacation by the end of the year. Fuck, you need a vacation. Please do it. Please, please, please. So yeah, that's
Oh no.
everything. No, I mean the wife doesn't feel necessarily new, but can you hear me?
Yeah, we paused for a second.
That's all good.
The internet went.
But yeah, what about you, man? Like, what's been going on with you? Because you always feel like such a steady pace year to year. Because like, you've got your gym, you're doing your thing, you're dug in, you're after it, and then like I pop in and occasionally you're like, well, this is kind of shit, and I'm like, dude. What are you talking about? You're like, fuck it, what am I gonna do? And then you're like, head back down again, just kind of casually like, hey buddy, how you doing? Or like we take the time after this and I just kind of gauge you're like, how you doing? And usually you're doing a lot more like, how you doing with me than I am with you. I'm a fucking trauma baby. I was like, everything's awful, Jamie. I need your help. And you're like, oh, you poor white bitch. God damn it.
Yeah, I mean, this year we kind of started to meet people in the neighborhood.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you told me about this with like Halloween and everything that happened.
Yeah, Halloween, and like we became members of the pool, and that's all due to Hazel. Like Hazel, she kind of brought us out of our shell. Like she joined the soccer team, and there were a couple of local kids on the soccer team, and she introduced us to them and their parents and all that kind of stuff. So like this was the first. We've been living here for like 10 years and never bothered meeting anyone else, just because like, you know, we're on the main drag. We're not really in the neighborhood. So this was the first time we actually kind of started hanging out with other people and met all the other parents and people in the neighborhood. So like, I don't know, that was kind of cool. I didn't have that growing up. So now that we have like a I guess a crew or a community, that's fun. It's weird to say, but you know. But that was cool.
Sorry, the internet cut out for a bit of that, so I apologize.
Yeah, it went like, but yeah, that was neat. Actually getting to feel like you're a part of a community in the neighborhood. That's nice. Most of the time I hang out with people who don't live anywhere near me.
Yeah.
So it's cool to have like, you know, backyard. Yeah. It's cool to have like backyard barbecues or like bonfires and shit like that. So I don't know. That was good. That was a big difference between like previous years and, you know, 2019 to 2020 to 2021 and shit like that. Yeah. All right, Brandon. 2022. It's an election year. God damn it. Is there anything that you are looking forward to this year? It could be a small thing, it could be a big thing. It could just be like, let's wait and see.
Wait. One more time? What was that? Because the internet cut out there for a second.
Damn you, internet. Is there anything that you are looking forward to in 2022? Anything you are looking forward to in 2022?
There we go. Anything you're looking forward to.
Could be a movie, it could be a small thing, it could be a big thing, it could be nothing.
What am I looking forward to? I mean, I'll just like The Secret It or whatever it is and put it out into the world. That a thing.
Oh no.
The internet cut out?
Yeah, it cut out again.
There we go. Can you hear me now? Are we okay?
I can hear you now. Okay.
Okay, yeah. So I'll put it out into the world. What is it? Shoot your shot? Is that how that works?
Yes, shoot your shot.
Okay. Right. So the wife and I are trying to get pregnant this year. So we're hopeful. We're gonna keep our fingers crossed and just hope that happens. So like that's the real goal is I get to be able to have all of the anxiety and self-doubt and all the fun shit that I watched, you and Phil and Dan all go through, and I get to go to you guys and be like, oh, I can do it. But like, I'll try what to do. I know that's going to be the reality. I was like, I know me. I'm going to try and be all fucking nonchalant about it. And inside I'm going to be like, oh my God, I'm melting. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
But that's all right. Like that's what I think I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's really the goal right now. Other than that, man, I want to be like as stable as I can with everything else going on. I am so tired of all the fluctuation and the self-doubt and the worry and everything that goes along with it. Like,
yeah, for sure.
Because I never feel like I can tackle anything real because it's always like, hey, you should try and this is such a fucking lame excuse when I say it out loud, but like, you should try and focus on a diet. It was like, okay, but I fucking hate my job and the only solace that I get every day is going out to lunch. So how about that, world? And meanwhile, the universe is like, you know what? Just fuck it. Just eat the sub. Just eat the sub. Just get out of bed the next day. So long as you get out of the bed the next day, just fucking eat the sub. And now things are like settling down where I'm like, maybe I cut out some carbs and maybe I'm down 6 pounds. How about that, world? They're like, congratulations, fatty. Like, well done. Like, so
eat the sub.
Right. Right. So it's a trade-off of like what I can do, what I can't do, trying to find a happy combination in the middle. Because Jesus Christ, when I got laid off, whoo boy, did the wheels fall off that shit. And you start to realize that like the second, if you do a low carb diet, the second you come off of it at all, you lose all traction. Like you have to figure out a way to kind of find some sort of middle ground.
Yeah.
The pizza, just not so much the fucking pizza. Or all the pizza.
All the pizza.
Right, or all the pizza. Yeah.
How dare you, sir? How dare you?
Yeah, that's what the weights in the bike are for. It's just eating all of the pizza and then hating yourself.
This is a pizza. This is a
right.
pizza. This is a pizza.
I has a pizza. I has another pizza. It's a pizza city. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like, I'm so, and I'm sure a ton of people are probably echoing this sentiment. I'm so kind of done with all of the uncertainty on all of the like, what now? Because you almost feel like a punch drunk fighter where you're just like, oh, so no one's allowed to go anywhere again, and I can't see my friends, and because of the holidays, a bunch of people I know are sick, but kind of not that sick, but could easily get someone else way more sick, and I can't do things like, let's say, see family members who are way too stubborn to go get a vaccine, even though I feel really bad about them and their birthdays tomorrow, and I can't see them because they're petulant children. Sure, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like, that's such a weird, difficult thing, and we've all been kind of playing this game of like, what's an acceptable level of exposure? And in the same sense of like, I'm giving someone a hard time because I'm like, boy, howdy, when did you get your PhD in immunology? At the same time, I'm going, this is safe. We're fine. Everything's okay. I trust this person. It's like, I have no idea whether or not they went to a fucking Starbucks without a mask on and just fucking like went to the bathroom like it's no big deal. Right. And like it's no big deal. Right. And not having any idea. And somebody came walking in behind them, hacked on their neck. Like, I have no fucking idea.
Yeah.
And it's not their fault, but we all do these kind of like, and it's a varying degree. And in the same sense of I'm kind of chastising myself in that sense. I do the like, you're being a little chicken little with some of this shit. Like, be realistic about it. It's like, no, you really should actually be that way. But I don't know, man. Like, it's so difficult to find this new line of like what feels logical, what is logical, what makes sense, what you're willing to tolerate, and then all of your anxiety piled on top of it because the bar is ever changing. And it's the same thing of like, I read the CDC 10 days to 5 days. And I was like, cool, rad, that's awesome. And then I started to look a little more and I was like, so there's no science behind it. They just want you back to work?
Yeah.
Okay. What changed science-wise? And no one seems, near as I can tell, to answer that question. Like, I don't know if you're still contagious. Like, because this is the thing is, in my head, I went, are you really contagious after like 5 or 7 days? Like, are you really, really contagious? Or are you just kind of contagious? Like, how does all that work? What's the difference? Well, because I didn't understand between the statement of like, some people said 2 weeks was 14 days and some people said 2 weeks was 10 days. And I was like, that's a lot of a week. Like, what's the difference? And no one that I saw could really see anything because the CDC was like 2 weeks. And I was like, two business weeks?
Yeah.
Calendar week? Like, there's
2 holiday weeks? A bank week? What is a bank week?
Right. Is there a bank holiday in there? Like, what are we talking 9 days?
What if I'm in Congress and we're on recess?
Right.
What kind of week is that?
What if I'm supposed to be going to Congress? I was supposed to be vice president and I somehow got myself caught in a 19-hour traffic jam.
Oh my God. Good Lord. They needed some food trucks on the side.
They needed to widen that fucking highway. Tim Kaine was in charge of that state. Like, the only solace that I have for anyone, and the problem is it doesn't solve the problem, is the guy who was in charge of that state sat in that traffic jam on that highway in that state and went, this sucks. Someone should do something about this. And no one hit that fuck with a snowball. No one. Because I didn't hear local Virginia residents caught in 19-hour traffic jam. Tim Kaine beat within an inch of his life for not doing anything about it.
I heard someone on Twitter was like, someone knocked on my window and said, hey, we're going to watch the Matrix Revolutions on someone's phone.
Right, on someone's car, right. Like, I read so that good. Too. And all I could think is, fuck, man, Stockholm Syndrome sets in way faster for some people. You're just like, well, I live here now. Yeah. So
we're just going to watch all
who's
of HBO.
got unlimited data? Like,
hey guys, I got to set up a LAN. We're going to play. We're going to play Halo.
The only thing I will say snarky to any of that really is, if we were all in electric cars, what the fuck would we do?
You'd be stuck. You'd be stuck in an electric car.
Fuck all that. What would happen when your car runs out of juice?
You would be stuck in your car. Well, are the doors electric too?
Some of them are, but they should have a manual override. So you can get out of your vehicle into the snowstorm or the 20 some odd degree weather.
Yep.
Okay, fine. I more mean, did you know that a lot of those vehicles have to be towed? They can't just be recharged. They have to be taken to a dealership and they have to be reset.
Oh no.
Because they go into a safety mode.
Oh no.
And if you drive a Tesla, you can't actually modify or fix the Tesla yourself. You void your warranty.
Oh no.
At least that is my understanding.
You need to get one of those cars, one of those like big ones that like you can slot all the other cars in and then just, oh no.
Yeah, except you need to be able to move the vehicle to be able to do that.
And you can't do that. You can't do that.
Because the transmission is electronically locked and you can't put it in neutral. So unless you're smart enough to put the thing in neutral, you actually shut down.
Oh fuck. You need a forklift. You need
or a tow truck with a winch that drags the vehicle.
Oh my god. That is so bad.
Yeah.
That is so bad.
How many electric vehicles do you think we're heading into the district at the time?
Oh, I bet
it's a fucking lot.
I bet it's many.
Bet it's a whole fucking lot.
I bet it's many because we're going to the city. Oh, I could charge wherever the fuck I want. I bet it's many. Oh, fuck.
Yeah. I worry for, I've said it before, I say it again, not as a like, I'm anti-electric car, I'm anti-environment or anything else like that. As a like, I want to understand the practicality of how we solve these problems, because if we're all going to have electric cars, cool. How the fuck do we handle all of the charging? What do we do when someone runs out of gas? And you allow people who aren't fucking EV maniacs to get super big into EVs, or more importantly, just own an EV like you would any other car, expecting that you can just go and do these things and your whole world's going to change. Imagine you're running late for work and you forgot to charge the EV, or it wasn't plugged in properly, or you have a shithead neighbor who's a teenager who likes to unplug your EV when you go to bed, and you go to get up for work the next morning and you've got a 40-minute charge.
Yeah.
They still haven't developed a locking plug.
That's bad. Like that's
practical shit.
That's
practical
bad.
shit.
That's bad. Have they cleaned it up? I haven't looked on the news yet. Have they cleaned up?
Not that I know of, no.
Are they still stuck in 90?
I have no idea.
Jesus Christ. So. They're going to need some flamethrowers and like, fuck. They're going to need some Legos to build off-ramps off shit.
Yeah,
they're going to need to chopper in some shit.
I would say what they need to do is have all the vehicles move off to one side, but there's a barricade on one side and a guardrail on the other and no fucking emergency lane. So, you know, let's build a highway, Virginia.
Sure seems like they should have had an infrastructure bill way earlier.
You're talking about a state that has way more tolls than anybody else. They got more money for highways than most states.
Why aren't they using it?
They did. They made HOV lanes. Oh, they made HOV lanes. Sorry.
Diamond cutter.
Right. They made Jay-Z lanes. They made Jay-Z lanes instead of actually creating a real proper infrastructure, and this is all their fault.
Seems like it paid off. Seems like it paid off. Seems like it's good.
I know this is me being the fucking Baltimore kid of like, Jesus fucking Christ, Virginia, but also like, Jesus fucking Christ, Virginia.
Hooray.
Yeah, like all I know is this shit didn't happen on 95 or the Baltimore Beltway.
No.
Why? I can list probably 20 reasons why, but it didn't happen on our watch. And for that, I say, Maryland, my Maryland. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Maryland, my Maryland. Why is our song Christmas Tree?
Those Marylands, Mom, Marylands. There's something, something, something. Look at the flag.
God, our state anthem sucks.
Is it "Oh Christmas Tree"? I had no idea.
It's like Maryland, oh Maryland, or some shit.
Of course it is.
Oh my God.
God damn it. See, I judged that shitty cover song, and then I saw something that reminded me that every symphony orchestra is just a really elaborate cover band, and I suddenly feel better about everything.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah. Write something original, oboe section.
The amount of like contemporary modern music that we played when I was in many orchestras was this many.
Yeah.
It's all covers.
Go ahead. Get all fancy because you're a Philharmonic. You're a fucking cover band.
Yeah, did that
cover band.
Did that Four Seasons cover. Did that Mendelssohn cover. Did that Bolero cover.
Yeah, feel fancy because you're doing a new age John Williams cover.
Yeah.
But you and I both know that you're no better than the band down the street playing a rad ass cover of Tal Bachman's "She's So High."
God damn it.
Jamie, I compared the whitest shit with the other whitest shit.
Oh fuck.
If I'm gonna do a comparison, it's going to be correct, scientifically correct. I can't add any rhythm to it at all.
Oh fuck. Oh my god.
Yep. Anyway, so yeah, this year was a whole fucking thing, and much like everybody else, I had trouble kind of differentiating this year from last year, and
Yeah.
it was great to see friends in person again, and I fucking missed that. It was really nice to get a handle on a lot of shit. It was really nice to start making some real headway on a lot of things. It was really confidence building to feel like we got a better handle on a lot of shit, and now we're finding ourselves now with like another variant where there's going to be another lockdown and what have you. And hopefully what I am hearing about the South African experience of this is it'll be a few months and we'll get through the worst of it and we'll move on. I don't know how many people are vaccinated in South Africa versus here, comparative percentage wise. So like, I have no idea whether or not that's a realistic number, if it's going to stick around for a lot longer, because selfish people, my dad, refuse to actually get, vaccinated. So then, you know, hopefully they can celebrate South African birthdays unlike my dad.
What's in it? What's in it? What's in aspirin?
Fucking penicillin, my dude.
Yeah. What's in anything?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. This was
What's in your Cheerios?
Me at a restaurant when I started to get fucking chastised about it, and me just shouting, show of hands, anybody got polio? Nope. All right, then I guess somebody needs to put a vaccine on a bottle cap and scratch me like it's 1930 fucking 6.
God damn it.
Yep.
God damn it.
Because I'm a dickhead in public.
What's in your O's? What's in that? What's in that? What's in there? Oh, Jesus Christ. What's in anything? What's in anything? You don't read the labels. You don't fucking read the labels. If you read the labels, you wouldn't eat anything. You would eat grass, but you're not eating grass. So fuck you.
It's the old Lewis Black bit. You all run out into the sun and then think, oh no, the sun, and then get sunscreen and rub it all over yourselves. What's in sunscreen? No one has any idea what sunscreen. It could be zebra cum. You don't know. You don't know.
It's true. It's true.
Right.
Don't pretend like you fucking read everything.
Yeah,
you don't
I love
know.
The follow up that he's like, you ever read the ingredients in sunscreen? Those words don't show up anywhere ever. It's just a series of Polish letters together.
God.
Right.
Fucking
yeah. But I don't know, man. Like, we're all gonna get through this shit, and I know we are. And I fear that we're going to figure out whatever the new normal is. And we're just going to kind of get used to it, which seems to be the ever-growing consensus on all this stuff. And that's
more boosters. Boosters.
Yeah, I'm curious what's going to happen when we run out of slots. Because I feel like I'm like one booster away from running out of slots. Like, I don't know what happens then. Do we get a new card? Does somebody look at our old card and reprint a new card?
They for the second one for me, they put a big fuck sticker because they were like,
right, same. They were like, got you. Everything's gonna be good. You're never gonna need this again.
Yeah.
Throw it in your wallet and forget it. And I'm like,
yeah,
good talk. And then all of a sudden they were like, boosters, and all of a sudden everybody's like, I'm gonna write real fucking small on the bottom here. And now all of a sudden I'm like, y'all, there's like one more spot down here. I get the idea that these things ain't fucking Pokemon, but we might need to expand to Pokedex.
I need a Yu-Gi-Oh bracelet with all different cards.
Right. Yeah. Fucking, where am I going to put Blue Eyes White Dragon? Where am I going to put him? Headphones are off, Jamie. Where am I going to put that fucking card?
Moderna, Pfizer,
yeah.
J&J.
Haha, you've activated my Drep vaccine. Like, fuck yeah.
I would wear a Yu-Gi-Oh bracelet with all of the slots. I do not give a fuck. Fuck. We'll go back. We'll do every year I get the flu vaccine, the regular flu vaccine. We'll have 2, one on this arm, one on this arm. I will boost the fuck out of I will look like a fucking boosted Kamen Rider. I'll have a belt. I'll have armor. I'll have I'm
good with that. Face. Like, honestly, like, you know what? Fuck it. Just get me one of those like weird satin jackets that I got to wear everywhere, but it's got like a Stanley Cup on the back where it's just nothing but vaccines, like as far as the eye can see, just stretched onto that thing.
What is that there's that steak restaurant that wrestlers used to go to.
Ribera.
Yeah, and they get the jacket.
Yeah, the satin jacket where you have to earn. Yes.
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 I'll get that.
I want the Ribera jacket. Maybe that's what we need, Jamie. We just need like cuts, like motorcycle vests.
Yeah.
Where it's just like you just stitch a new one on there every time you get jabbed.
Even better, I would buy a fucking title belt. And you know, the slots where you put the name slots, gold plate that shit, slot that in. I don't care how long. I will get 2 belts. Bam. Bam. I will walk around. What's that belt for? Vax's, bitch. 2 belts.
Flu and Corona. 2 great tastes. It tastes great together. I'm like the Reese's cup of fucking feeling good. How about that shit?
Yeah. And weren't you telling me that there's like some Japanese federation that had like belts that slot?
Oh, the Dragon Gate.
Yeah.
Fucking Dragon Gate had the belt with the lock on it. And then they would do a series of tournaments with keys and you'd go to unlock it. And then sometimes the key wouldn't work and you'd have to fight in another fucking tournament. It was ridiculous.
Yeah. I'm dragon belting that shit up, man.
They straight Mario'd that fucking shit. Like, sorry, Okada, your belt's in another fucking castle. And he's like, God damn it.
Yeah, I'm getting title belts. I'm getting a Letterman jacket. I'm getting like one of those high school Letterman jackets, all up and down the sleeves, man.
Yep. Yeah. Maybe that's what we need. Maybe that's what we need. Maybe we need Letterman jackets. That seems to be like, can we get the Punisher to get vaccinated? Because I feel like it's going to make a lot of fucking headway.
Oh my God.
Like a lot of fucking headway. Like if I could just get like,
Frank
I don't
Castle
know.
goes to the vaccine clinic.
How about like a fraternal order of the police parade where everyone's wearing a Frank Castle t-shirt and then marches all the way to a CVS where they organize peacefully and all get vaccinated and thank everyone on the way out while properly wearing masks over their nose.
God.
Like, I know it's a lot to ask.
You can tell none of them ever read the comics because like Frank Castle would look at all of these people and like, what is wrong with you?
Well, you can tell none of them ever read the comics because they're mostly police officers or shitheads and reading isn't exactly fundamental.
Yeah.
LeVar Burton was not exactly a staple in their house.
LeVar Burton was too advanced though because those were words. He wasn't promoting comics. Comics is pictures. And
hey, motherfucker, comics got words. Otherwise, I lose all of the argument I had against my 7th grade English teacher.
Oh my God. But yeah, I think we need to bling this shit out. I think we need like an official jacket. And like as soon as we hit we're booster 1, I think if we get to booster 3, that's when we need to start blinging it out. Booster 3, that's when we start coming with the bling, like those knuckle rings, just like big ass
boost.
I want to walk in looking like a No Limit album cover. Just
fucking just fucking walking in, one pant leg up like a No Limit soldier, just fucking.
I'm gonna get a boombox, and instead of like a cassette player, it's gonna have like a Rolodex of all of my vaccine cards in the tape part. I'll just like walk around, plunk.
You know what we need? No, I know what we need. We gotta roll that shit out like a dad with way too many fucking stepkids and shit. We need the vax, and then we need the series of photos with more vax cards. We just gotta be like, yo, you vax? Just be like, flip. It's just that thing fucking comes down with a solid hole and be like, I got my credentials. I'm gonna come into this TJI Fridays.
Man.
Yeah.
I'm into it. I might actually get a fucking jacket. Fuck it. I'm gonna design one. I don't know any jacket makers. I should design something. Oh my God.
I like this idea.
Fucking hell. Gotta do something.
Do we?
I don't know. I don't fucking know. Anyway, happy fucking New Year, everybody.
Yep.
Brandon, where can people find you?
on Instagram at that guy Chalmers. Jamie Noguchi, where can they find you, my dude?
I am also on Instagram, Jamie Noguchi, on Twitter, Angry Zen Master, wherever you find this on YouTube and all various places. I sort of use Facebook, but not really. I post our thing and then I'll look at some people and then I'll turn it off because Facebook is terrible for you.
He posts this, I share this, and then he fucks off for another week.
Yeah, I barely use Facebook. If I make a YouTube video, I'll link it. Hey,
you'd be like, hey, look, Facebook people,
vlog.
look at the thing I made. Okay, I'm going.
Yeah, it's a drive-by.
Right.
So don't bother following me on Facebook. I'm like, I don't bother arguing. I don't read people when they're arguing.
He don't even hang out long enough.
Yeah.
Be like, oh, fuck you. Like Jamie looks at it and goes, oh, fuck you. And then just closes the window. He does what everyone on Facebook should be doing. Disagreeing with someone and closing the window.
Yeah. All right. Peace.
Bye, kids. Be excellent to one another for a fucking change.